Hello guys, 21bricks here, hope you're all keeping well. So today is officially the final day of isolation uploads. Today we look at this awesome two custom builds. On the left we have Republicbricks' 104th AT-RT and speeder bike, and on the right we have SW Bricks' custom build for the AT-RT and 501st BARC speeder. So I thought no better way to end it than with this two custom builds. Two very good custom builds, and I thought it'd be fun to compare custom versus custom rather than a custom versus Lego. So yeah, we'll jump in with the in-depth review and thoughts of the Wolfpack, and then we'll do the 501st. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so starting off with the 104th battle pack first, we'll do an in-depth review of both the AT-RT and the speeder, and then we'll have a quick look over the figs. Just to compare this custom build and kind of give it a bit of a review, as it hasn't been reviewed on my channel yet. So we'll start with the AT-RT. I absolutely dislike the look of the AT-RT itself. The building process for it is extremely easy. However, the colour scheme just doesn't work for the 104th. I didn't think I was getting this one. This is variant number 1. I thought I was getting variant number 2. I'll try and get a picture of that on the screen somewhere about here again. This one is just, the colour scheme just doesn't suit the 104th. I think that the extremely dark navy blue does not match the 104th kind of dark grey. It definitely should have been dark bluish grey. However, I suppose the hard part in that is then this becomes a very kind of one colour boring look. So yes, I suppose it does pop. However, to me it just does not look as good as it could. We'll now look at the building process. Basically it is 3 processes. You have the top section where the front and the bar and the gun. You then have basically the 2 legs. They come off of these hinge pieces. So basically the midsection like this, pretty easy. It is probably just over a brick high in the midsection. You use some snot bricks to build out the sides for these little domes. One thing I was kind of sad to see is the antennas aren't really the correct way around. They should be this way around, looking at it front on rather than side on. Just a shame that they are one behind the other. However, the size of this, it is extremely small, so I suppose it was the only plausible way to get them on. Basically the legs, as you can see, are on the hinged pieces here. You've got the little red rod obviously pushed in to connect them all together down to the foot section. The foot section is an extremely easy build. As you can see, you've got the one hinged piece with a 2x1 kind of curve plate, 2x1 jumper plate, and then just a 1x1 clip for the foot. And that is the feet on this extremely easy build. The instructions were extremely clear. I had no difficulties with this one at all, compared to the BARC speeder, sorry. This section here, pretty easy. You've got like a modified brick that goes up here with the kind of like a gun handle sticking out of it that goes into there, and then basically all you do is just build around that with panels and things, and then just add the handlebars on. This is extremely easy to build and follow. You can't go wrong with this at all. The minifig, this is Republicbricks' own print for him. Now unfortunately, it's a very faded grey. It isn't like a definitive grey. The CAC Clonami Custom minifigs are a much better finish. To me, this grey is just slightly too faded. If we compare his helmet to the shoulder, you can just see the difference there in the dark grey, rather than it's washed kind of more of a lighter dark grey. It's just a shame in comparison to the 303rd figs were like really well built, yet these unfortunately just don't look as good as the 303rd figs. Yeah, like I was saying, it's a shame about the figure kind of not matching the helmet and the colour scheme on this AT-RT being quite dreadful, to be honest with you. However, overall, the build process for this was absolutely amazing. Very simple to build and follow. I feel as if this is an extremely mockable AT-RT. However, I think compared to SW's custom AT-RT, I think it might be a little bit too small. Now I've seen another one, but I really like the use of having a lot of movement in the legs. Everything is quite sturdy on this mock. I suppose the only hard thing for it is the feet. If you kind of overpose the legs, you'll see that not only does it not sit very square on, but it's not very well balanced either. I think it's quite hard to balance this build. If you don't get a leg touching, it just topples over. It is just kind of a shame. The posability is quite hard with this. However, all in all, I think Republicbricks has done quite a good job of making something that is quite playable, something that is supposed is quite mockable. Although the Republicbricks isn't the main customizer, he definitely provides something that is quite good and quite usable for anyone. So overall, this one, I suppose looks wise, I'm only probably going to give it probably about 6. It just isn't as good as I thought the 303rd one was. Moving on to the BARC speeder. Now, overall, the colour scheme for this BARC speeder is much better than the AT-RT with the light bluish grey. It does look a lot better. However, the build process is no different to the 303rd one. It still is very flimsy in the middle. You push down, it comes apart. The back portion of this model has a bit more stability than the other one. However, it is still an extremely flimsy build with only 3 studs to hold this whole section together, these 2 panels and then the 1 stud in the middle there. I think the use of the navy blue is a bit better. It goes a lot better with the light bluish grey. However, I still think this could have been dark grey just to suit the dark of the soldiers. We look at it from the front, it looks quite good. Obviously, as you can see, there's the blasters at the front. It looks like it does move up quite nicely. However, you get to the midsection here and you've got this stupid little curve piece in there. I don't really know what that's for or why it's there, and it kind of annoys me a bit. Onto a back section that is quite well built. It does give this a bit of height. However, I just think that the way it was built was just kind of a bit of a letdown. And now that Lego have changed the use of these torpedoes, I think it would have been nice for Republicbricks to change with the times as well. Now, yes, this had been in circulation for Republicbricks about a year prior to the 501st Battle Pack coming out. However, it'd be nice to see him change. I think this speeder and make it into a very good competitor against the 501st Battle Pack, as in my eyes personally, this speeder just isn't a very good build, and it isn't quite accurate. Extremely good detail in certain sections of it. I like the use of the jumper plates along here, obviously having the 1 blue one at the front that leads to this curve 2x1 with the curve. Nice little smooth, very smooth finish to this. There's not many studs, sorry, showing. However, it just isn't the best build. I've noticed the front falls off quite easily with it only being held on by the 2 studs at the front. And like I said, trying to get this minifig in, you've got to hold the middle to push him on. If you don't hold the middle, it will just fold on itself like so. There isn't really a great deal to hold on this without stuff falling off. I suppose the best place to hold it would be from the back. However, the speeder, like this, the sleds folded on themselves. So the only way for playability is really in the middle here. Even then, you've got to be extremely careful in case you push too hard, you break it from the back. It will just eventually wobble off on your hands. The length of this is quite good though. I think it's very accurate in length. It's just a shame that unfortunately I don't think the rest of it is quite all there in an accurate way. Okay guys, so moving on to SW Bricks' custom build now. We'll start with the ATRT and then we'll jump onto the speeder again. The ATRT overall is an excellent build. Having the ability to see how it goes as well as him talking you through it was actually a really awesome idea. No Republicbricks shouldn't go and record a building process of all of his builds. However, having the video there really does help to see it go together at the same time as you're trying to build it. That was one thing I really noticed was really helpful. The colour scheme for this is 3 very neutral colours: the blue, the light grey, the dark grey, and it goes together really well. It does pop quite well, kind of catches your eye. SW, I will put some photos up here, also did this build on a couple of other different colours. I believe it was 212 and 327, so there's a lot of customization in the colours for this. Just a couple of spare pieces you've got handy, or even a bricklink order would get you the different colour schemes, and the build process is exactly the same. It looks as good. Starting with the feet and working our way up. The feet are the leg section and feet are all on these hinged pieces. There's 2 hinge joints, obviously one for the foot and one kind of back of the knee, should we say. One thing that is a shame about the foot build is it has a tendency to fall apart, as basically this 2x1 grated piece here is what connects the 2x1 plate, and with this long toe section here, it has a tendency just to break basically, as you can see there, and kind of tendency to buckle ever so slightly. There's only 2 studs to fasten that section onto, which is a shame. However, the fact that these are all pieces from the pack itself, saving you quite a lot of pieces, is really good. Moving up to this leg piece, once again, just using little subtle kind of colours here and there just to add a bit of detail there. You've got the blue grate into the this section here, the top upper part of the leg. You've got the blue dome here. A nice use of a little stud there and a grey just to hide everything in as we go into the 1x1, both clip and bar. Now, it has a tendency to pop out with it being a rounded piece, and there's also a section of wobble there, which is kind of a shame. However, it was inevitable really. I don't really see there was another way that SW could get that to go. However, everything is well blended in and hid really well as we move into the midsection of the build. Obviously the 1x2 jumper plate there with this kind of suspension bar adds a little bit of detail, a bit of kind of makes it look like a working part. Along to the front, this is the best ATRT blaster can I've seen. The use of a mixel joint gives it that posability both horizontally and vertically, and also catches it diagonally. Now you'll see in a lot of the clips of the series, you see this kind of jumping around, and the cannon does just rotate nicely like that. And one thing I have noticed is you've got to get it by this part for playability reasons. If you try and get it from the front, it the more you wobble it, it has tendency to come apart, and as well as that, if you just catch it suddenly, I've noticed it falls off. However, a very accurate and to scale, I think, especially for this ATRT, an excellent section to the mock build, should we say, and very mockable. That is what I wanted to say. An extremely good build. The front shield portion of this is excellent. The angles he's managed to capture just using the simple fins, the control panel plate, is what I like to call it, that being able to fold back, and as well using the cheese slopes really does help the front portion of this build out and gives it the angles it needs for an ATRT. And as we go around the back, once again using the grates and things just to give it a bit of an industrial look. And the antenna as well is a really awesome little build as well. It does scale up extremely nicely for this. The handlebar section is pretty basic, as you'd expect. There's nothing too complex about that. And obviously a fig sits in there really nicely. Definitely probably a 9 out of 10. I think the only thing that lets it down is just the feet and the clips. However, that being said, the use of all the pieces from the battle pack is extremely good. Moving on to the speeder now. The speeder is extremely sleek, a lot more slicker than the Republicbricks and 501st battle pack. You haven't got the stupid headlights, and this is kind of a lot skinnier. I'll just quickly compare them both front to front there. This is a lot skinnier, as you can see. I haven't put the stickers on any of these yet, but you could put the blue sticker on there. The use of the single jumper plates all the way along practically is awesome. I like the transition of colour from the light bluish grey to the blue. That is really awesome. One thing this front section is missing is blasters. If you go on to my review and build review of this creation by SW, you'll see in the comments that he has recently found a solution to this, which is awesome. He just forgot in the building process that this needed blasters on at the time, which is kind of funny. Moving on to the midsection. Now, this midsection gives you a lot of support. There is no way you could press down on this and it would come apart in comparison to Republicbricks'. There isn't that little silly curve there. It is just extremely straight and sleek. I suppose once again it's quite hard to compare this to Republicbricks' as it is fairly similar to the Lego one. It's just a lot of major modifications to give this a much better finish over the Lego one. However, the handlebar design on it is a lot better. There's a lot of posability in there, which there isn't in the Republicbricks one. And as well as that, the back build of this is extremely well built. It is extremely sturdy. There is nothing on this that's really going to come off unless you purposefully try and take it apart. One thing I was sad to see go was kind of the engine section in the middle. I thought the 501st Battle Pack one did an excellent job of capturing that and using that as like a air intake and an exhaust kind of outlet point. However, it is kind of unfortunate, but they definitely did an excellent job of scaling this thing down. It was about, I think I said it was about 5 or 6 studs longer than it really had to be. However, Republicbricks has made a bit of a smaller base as well. If I put them both on their side, Republicbricks is about 4 studs smaller too, which is also impressive in itself. If the SW Bricks one was the same length as the Republicbricks one, they would be absolutely perfect. However, I'm not really going to comment on the colour scheme, as this colour scheme for the 501st one is a bit self-explanatory. It does work. 3 basic colours. Not a really great deal you can talk about, other than the fact that SW did an excellent job of making what was very, very ugly into something that is very, very accurate and sleek, and he's done an excellent job of transforming the speed bike into something that's very usable. Okay guys, so here are the 2 sets put back together now. We'll start off with the overview of the Wolfpack one, and then we will do the 501st one. You can argue that this isn't very fair. This is kind of an official Lego one, modified. However, I disagree with you, as this is someone's custom creation, especially for the AT-RT. There's no instructions to that. That is completely different to the Lego one. And even this is a much better and different finish, I think. So in my eyes, I think this is quite a fair comparison. The Republicbricks one kind of didn't meet my expectations in comparison to the 303rd one. The 303rd one, the colour scheme was there. The figs were absolutely immaculate. You know, I just think that the finish of this speeder is good. It is good. You know, you've got blasters on the front that are very subtle and well hidden. However, now is the time for Republicbricks' to go back to the drawing board and look and think, how can I make a BARC speeder that is the same length as this, but just looks better and can kind of be a bit more playable. There's too much on this that I think can come apart. And I just hate that curved section in the middle is just the most pointless curve I've ever seen in my life. It kind of doesn't make it as sleek in my eyes. You know, this is the time I think that Republicbricks would come back with something absolutely immense. The length of this is absolutely perfect. It is kind of, I think it's as close to scale as you're going to get. However, there's definite room for improvement here and somewhere to go. I would say him not to change his AT-RT. His AT-RT is an excellent scale, I think, compared to the BARC speeder, and is extremely, extremely mockable. However, the 104th colour scheme, variant 1, just don't do it. Like, the colour scheme just isn't good. It isn't a very good look. And the 104th minifigs are a huge letdown in my eyes. I mean, I swear by his Geonosian ARF Trooper print. His 303rd print was immense. All of his prints are really good that I've seen and I've got. However, this one just isn't what I was thinking it was going to be. I was expecting something a lot more, you know, as nearly probably as closer a competitor to CAC than you could get. And unfortunately, it just isn't, you know, and that's a huge shame. Moving on to SW's custom, he's done an excellent job of making something that was horrible and ugly into something that looks like a speeder. I would have liked to have seen it maybe a fraction smaller, like shorter. However, the pieces that were available he's used, and he's done an excellent job, and he should be extremely proud of himself for making a very good looking speeder. The AT-RT on the other hand is a complete makeover. It is so much better than the Lego one. A very mockable set in itself. The fact that you wouldn't have to go on Bricklink and buy special parts for it, you can just buy the battle pack and convert it, is a really awesome thing. If you know, if you're on a budget and you don't want to keep investing into making something that looks like the Republicbricks one, by all means go out there and buy the battle pack and make your AT-RT look like this. As I said before, the different colour variants you could get off Bricklink or any piece you got hanging around. You know, there's a lot of room for customization with this. And overall, it deserves its, you know, 8 or 9 out of 10 ranking. And I think overall, I think that gives it the edge over Republicbricks' one. Maybe I would be a bit more torn to decide over the 303rd battle pack. However, once again, I think due to the poor build of the speeder, I don't think that would sway anything. It's harder to pick a winner between the AT-RTs, but it's a lot easier to pick a winner between the speeder bike. Now, yes, this is a more modified variant of the Lego one, so yes, it kind of isn't very fair, but I think SW Bricks deserves the credit, and in my eyes, he's done an excellent job, and deserves to be crowned as the winner of this, if you want to crown a winner. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, please. Let me know if you've got a battle pack from either Republicbricks, or you've customized yours to look like SW Bricks. So guys, this is it for isolation uploads. Thank you to everyone that's viewed the videos. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button over the past, I believe it was 10 days, I think, 10 isolation uploads, which was quite hard work. It was, you know, I've been putting in about 2 hours a video, lots of retakes, with me stumbling over my words and stuff. I might make a montage, you know, maybe for Sunday or something of me just messing everything up every time. Might be a bit funny. But yeah. I want to make a couple of shout outs to a few people here, starting off, who kicked off the week with good soldiers full of orders, giving an awesome haul, awesome commission. Go check him out if you haven't already. He just talks to you about anything, loves Lego, and really awesome guy, really helpful guy. If I'm ever stuck in the community, one guy I would definitely go turn to. He is really nice guy, and awesome at sorting you out anything Lego Star Wars wise, custom, commission, even just Lego in general. Really good guy to get some stuff from, really worth checking out. SW Bricks, thank you to him for letting me review and you know, look at in quite good detail his custom builds. Once again, an awesome person. We've been talking quite a few days now, and you know, really good person to talk to. Definitely someone worth checking out. His YouTube channel is awesome, and his mock building skills are insane. Really worth checking him out if you haven't already. Willbricksproductionsinsta, Insta, I believe is what he is, or Willbricks Productions. Shout out to that guy. He gave me some advice on my thumbnails and uploading and things, and it's really paid off. And I want to say a massive thank you to him, as he's really helped and make the channel look a bit better. He's got a YouTube channel. He does stop motions, really good stop motions. His Instagram feed is absolute fire. Just go check him out. Really nice guy and really worth the time. And finally, a massive thank you to Republicbricks. You know, yeah, fair enough, I bought his stuff. However, I did ask for permission to look at it before I uploaded it, and he was perfectly fine for that. So, you know, a big name in the community. But if you haven't already, go check him out. He's worth a follow. worth getting some stuff from. You know, his products are quality. And that is it for isolation uploads. There will be a video schedule. Hopefully I'll be uploading on a Monday and a Wednesday, more than absolutely. Whether I upload on a Friday or a Saturday, I'm still undecided on yet for now. However, hopefully I can upload on a regular basis and just keep the channel growing a bit. We've grown quite a bit over the past 10 days. But yeah, so I'm out for the weekend, and hopefully you will see me on Monday. And yeah, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Please like the video. Please feel free to comment. Let me know what you think, who won. And yeah, I'll see you guys in Monday's upload. See you then.